po yung verse na ating pong binanggit, yung nagsasabi na therefore you will know the truth and the truth shall set you free. So doon tayo mag-umpisa. Gaano ka-importante ang katotohanan? So babalikan ko lang po, no? We discussed one time why God has to be in the conversation and why we have to be on God's side. We're not talking about God being on our side kasi self-serving yun. Ang sinasabi natin, hindi siguro tama sabihin, nasa likod ko ang Panginoon, nasa likod ng kalaban ko yung Panginoon, nandun yung Panginoon sa 11, nandito yung Panginoon sa 13. I think safe na sabihin na ang Panginoon ay Panginoon ng katotohanan. So dapat doon tayo sa Panginoon. What I'm saying is biblical principles, di ba? Parang sinabi mong gravity, di ba? Or parang sinabi mong kung anong itatanim, yun ang ating aanihin. I mentioned biblical principles because we have to have a starting point so that although we disagree, we can agree on the goal. So kanina, I talked about truth. Can we agree that whether we talk about the parliamentary tool of walkout or we do the parliamentary tool of having no quorum, there have to be an objective. And the objective has to be truth. So sabi namin, tinitira, ginagawa ng paraan na hawakan sa liig ang Senado. Kaya iniisa-isa ang mga membro ng majority. At sabi naman ng kabila, hindi legal, hindi moral, kung ano-anong dahilan na huwag magkaroon ng online. Of course, tinawagan na hypocrisy dahil kay Senator Trillanes man, kay Senator De Lima, or sa maraming pagkakataon, yung mga tumutulig sa ngayon, senador man sila o dating senador, once upon a time, pinopose nyo rin yan. But can we agree that whether we walk out or whether there's no quorum, we're fighting for the truth. So the question is, what is the truth and how do we get to the truth? So pag sinabing, eto totoo, si XYZ ang guilty sa flood control. Sinabi naman ng kabilang grupo, hindi, si ABC. Malay nyo po, in the end, it's not A, but it's B and C. And it's not XYZ, but it's Y and Z. And then kasama si W. So, the hearing, maging po hearing yan sa Ombudsman, sa DOJ, or Blue Ribbon Committee, are instruments to get there. But it is human instruments, kaya hindi siya perfect. So, dun sa nagsasabing magtrabaho tayo, we agree. Yung nagsasabing na delay ang trabaho, we disagree na yung bagong majority. We point to all of us, including the minority. You have the wrong priorities. The last Blue Ribbon hearing was in January. And from January to present, there have been a lot of developments. The last time we heard from DBM, DOJ, DPWH, many agencies, umiba-iba na po ang mga statistics na binibigay sa atin. For example, nung unang privilege speech ni Senator Lacson, ang sabi niya, ilang daan yun na ghost project. And then lumiit na lumiit. DPWH, I think, confirmed this until now, did not come out with the actual numbers when I suggested, even last year sa budget hearing, utusan lahat ng district engineer, una ng picture ang project, kung zero yung project at bayad na, edi ghost yun. Kung meron project, edi hindi ghost yun, pero baka substandard. Meaning, may project, pero hindi tama yung pagkagawa. So we have to sort out all of these facts. Kasi garbage in is garbage out. When we talk about the law, you have to have the facts that you will apply the law to. So, ang question, sabi ayaw pigilan yung Blue Ribbon Committee. Pero before magpalitan, ang punteriya ay partial report. So, nasabi ko na po ito mismo sa Senado. Impartial, not partial. So, partial report doesn't mean na pumapabor kay kanino, but it means kalahati pa lang to, o 1/3, or 60%, 70%. Mahirap magbigay ng partial report kung meron kang additional information that is already available. At sa katulad nitong flood control na lahat ng tuturuan, lahat pwedeng maputikan, napaka-importante na ipakita na tatapusin natin to na buong buo. So, madalas namin pag-usapan sa minority noon at majority ngayon, Bakit kapag ka isang senador na kalaban nila, kalaban ng Malacanang, kalaban ng 11 ngayon, pagka meron pong sinabit na amendment, yun po daw ay insertion. Pero pag sa kanila, amendment daw po iyon. Pagka sa minority po, ang sinasabi, huwag kayo mag-attend ng hearing or mag-inhibit kasi nabanggit kayo. Pero pag sila, bawal banggitin. So it's the first time again that we will have a hearing that we will be inviting different guests and they will be free to talk. Does that mean that everything they say is 100% true? No. That's why we will test that with cross-examination. But we have to hear out people and follow the evidence. No? So ulitin ko po, we're talking about the truth. For so long, ang pinag-uusapan yung impeachment ng Vice President of the Philippines, Sara Duterte. Yung unang untrue o yung unang kasinungalingan ay kami daw po ay nag-take over bilang majority at in-install ako para daw i-dismiss yung impeachment, para daw maging partial sa impeachment. Nakita niyo po yung ebidensya. Napakabilis ng pagkilos, napakaayos po ngayon, pati sa pagbigay ng summons, sa pagsagot, yung schedule, ayos na po. Sinunod natin yung schedule na pinopose kay Senator Soto. There's no question that we're going to have that impeachment process that everyone is asking for. Question, yung mga bishop po, yung mga business group, yung mga school groups, humingi ba kayo ng apology? Di ba, ang binigay nyo, resign ka agad. Resign ka agad, may judgment na kaagad. Pero ngayon nakita nyo, iba. So hindi pa tapos tayo sa first issue where we prove you wrong, hindi pa kayo nagsosorry dahil mali ang pananawagan nyo, may bago na naman para mag-resign. And then ngayon, yung 11, actually it's news because they said it today, but it's not new. Why? From day 1, February pa. February na pinipigilan nila na matanggal si Senator Soto at mabuwag ang kanilang mayorya at maging minority, ginamit na po pati yung mga kaso sa minority members na kasama namin na huwag kayong lilipat. Pag lumipat kayo, tuloy yung kaso. Pag hindi kayo lumipat, walang kaso. Sinabi na to ni Senator Jinggoy for the first time, inamin niya na totoo. He has evidence. A few times, I was there, kaya narinig ko yung conversation, kaya alam kong totoo. So, we're going back to the issue. The issue is not work. The issue is what is our priority. And this is the nth time. Priority natin, ekonomiya, presyo trabaho kita. Priority natin ay corruption issues kasama ang flood control at accountability issues, yung po yung pangatlo, yung impeachment. Pinangatlo ko lang po dahil nga nakaayos na yung schedule. It will take time, nagsasagutan pa, nagpapalitan pa ng sagot, yung prosecution at saka yung defense, and then magkakaroon ng pre-trial para hindi po mahirapan ang lahat na intindihin yung ebidensya. Again, I will correct one senator who said that pag sila yung majority, mas maayos yung ebidensya, yung latag ng ebidensya. Hindi trabaho po ng senator judge na maglatag ng ebidensya. Trabaho po ito ng defense at saka po ng prosecution. Prosecution muna kasi ikaw yung nag-accuse. Then defense kasi nga, dinidepensahan mo sarili mo. Siguro that's one reason why gigil na gigil ang magkapatid na Senator Tulfo na aside from the committees, aside from yung pagiging malapit sa Malacanang, let me address that. Sabi ni Senator Tulfo, pag hindi ako nagpakita sa session hall ay ako'y duwag. Ang kaduwagan po ay nag-uugat yan sa ano ba ang purpose at trabaho mo. Diba? So for example, kung ang trabaho mo ay magtanim, pero bumabagyo, grabe po yung kidlat, hintayin mo kung mawala kidlat kasi it's not a matter of tapang. Magtatanim ka nga, tamaan ka naman ng kidlat, di ba? So, ganun din sa sundalo. Hindi natin isusubo ang sundalo natin sa mga bagay na suicide ang mission. Pero ipagtanggol ang bansa at mamatay para sa bansa. Hindi lang sundalo, dapat pati tayong mga senador. So, yung hamon mo, magpakita ako kung hindi iduwag. Para ko rin sinabi, halimbawa, Senator, ikaw, maging independent ka, kung hindi, duwag ka. You know, this is not a radio or TV program. This is not entertainment. This is the Senate of the Philippines. So we have to be more professional. Kung hindi ka lang Tulfo at kung hindi lang Tulfo si kapatid mong si Erwin, at sinumbong ko na kayo kay Tulfo di ba? Pero ang reality is, because nandiyan kayo, because you have a strong voice, use it for the good of the country. There are also issues facing you. So you ask Joel Villanueva, you ask Jinggoy Estrada, you ask Chis Escudero to face it squarely. So face the issues also squarely. Huwag yung titigilan natin yung Blue Ribbon na committee and then gagawin natin personal yung lahat ng issues. There are issues facing all of us. Pati ba naman, Senator Tulfo, lahat na ng pinatay, binintang nyo sa amin. Nung panahon ni President Duterte, kamping-kampi kayo sa drug war. Ngayon naman, balita. Tapos lahat ng pinatay, sinisin nyo. So, pati ba naman internet at saka aircon, sa akin yung pa rin sinisip. O baka murder pa yung kaso na yan, ha? Murder kasi pinatay ang wifi at yung kuryente. Nakita ko na po ang report, yung po palang master, yung pong centralized aircon, yung master switch or yung sa kuryente, nasa GSIS yon at may nag-trip ng wire. Kaya at around 6 o'clock, nagkaroon talaga ng problema sa aircon. So, hindi po namin gagawin sa inyo. I've always treated you well, whether I'm close to you or not, whether you're in the minority, majority, and I will continue to treat all of you well. But kayo ang namimersonal, because kami, it has been one issue after the other, di ba? Hindi kami ang nagpapasok sa NBI sa Senado, yung May 11. Hindi rin kami ang kumuha ng NBI na fully armado na pinaikutan ang Senado tapos pumasok pa sa Senado noong May 13. Hindi rin kami ang nag-walk out. So you keep saying fresh start. Every Senate President that I've served under, whether I was the majority leader or minority leader, whether I was in the leadership or I was just a simple follower, I gave them a chance. So let me ask the 11 minority who's asking me to resign now. Well, kahit na isang oras, binigyan niyo ba ako ng chance? So let me go to the bigger issue ngayon. Yung pong dignidad, yung pong karangalan, yung pong honor ng Senate. Simple matters. Nabanggit ko na po ito before. Why do we get angry pag binastos ang ating flag? Bakit pagka hindi tumayo, pagka kumanta tayo ng lupang hiniram, ba't natin sinasabihan ang tao? Bakit po ang Kristiyano man o Muslim, pag hawak yung Biblia o hawak po ang Quran, ayaw natin po na, pwede mo sabihin, papel yun, mga pahina lang yun. No. But to us, those are holy books, di ba? To the Muslim, the holy book is the Quran. To the Christian, the holy book is the Bible. So it's more than just a piece of paper, whether softbound or hardbound yun. There's a symbolism that matters. So, na-shock ako sa sinabi ni Senator Lacson. Na-shock ako dahil yung 11 walang comment sa statement ni Secretary Remulla. Because napakaganda na ng usapan namin, first with the CIDG through informal and formal channels that susuko naman si Senator Jinggoy, dadalhin namin doon. And then afterwards sa labas, then nung dumating si Secretary Remulla, ang sabi niya, sige, kasi nga yung pamilya medyo they need to huddle kasi nga medyo emotional na. Pero pagdating sa hallway, nagbago. Diba? At sinabi ko nga, dun sa hindi nakakaalam dahil dun sa mga bata pa, masalimuot pero malalim ang history ng Senate ng Philippines. All parliaments, for that matter, parliaments in the past have been attacked by kings and queens, by president, prime ministers, by dictator, by tyrants, but even by the most democratic leaders. That's why may mga privileges. So in the case of former Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile, dalawa lang ang posisyon noon, panahon ni President Cory. And everyone knows, at pasensya na po sa pamilya ni Senate President Salonga at President Cory, in our conversation, minsan nasabi ko, panahon ni Cory, panahon ni Salonga, I meant to say yung buong pangalan, but it was a fast and a big lang turn kasi ibang-iba yung pag-usapan namin ni Secretary Remulla, who's a friend. That's why we try to keep it civil. But nung sinabi niya doon mismo sa hallway, i-arresto, it's not about Alan. It's not about Jinggoy. It's not about what they can do. Na-shock din ako nung sinabi niya, you lost that right when may nag-escape. Okay, first of all, it's not Alan's right or the Senate President's right it is the right of the Senate of the Philippines. The Senate of the Philippines is different from the 24 senators and the SP. I never claimed to be the Senate. Diba? The Senate is the Senate. And it's a co-equal branch. So ang hinihingi ko naman lang sa lahat ng law enforcers, huwag niyong bastusin ang Senate. Bastusin niyo si Alan Cayetano, okay lang, tao lang naman ako eh. Diba? Ganun din, diba? When we criticize the President, huwag naman yung office of the President ang babuyin natin. May free speech tayo, but let's hold certain things sacred. Yung ang religion na hindi tayo pare-pareho ng paniniwala, nagbabatian tayo, di ba? Pag nakita ko si Brother Robin, sinasabi ko sa kanya, Assalamualaikum, which is a greeting sa ating mga kapatid na Muslim. Pag may mga special occasion like sa Eid, babatiin mo ng Eid Mubarak. At minsan, this last time, siya pa bumati kasi nga kung ano ng issues na nangyayari that day, nakalimutan ko. So we honor each other and symbols matter to us. That's why nga, I was insisting, Sir, labas lang tayo ng pinto ng Senado. At siya naman po ay susurrender. Just to skip back and forth, no? Remember, Senator Bato did not escape. Mismong si Secretary Romulia said, that day, wala naman silang hawak na warrant at hindi naman sila nandun para arrestin siya. So he's free to go. But, you know, I didn't feel like arguing that time because that wasn't my point. Senator Jinggoy was not asking for protective custody or sanctuary. So baka nandun nangyari yung miscommunication. But pagdating sa elevator, nakapag-usap kami ni Secretary John Vic, so more or less nagkaroon ng paglilinaw. Sa kanyang press con, sinabi niya yung mga opinion niya. But I disagree with that, but I won't disagree with it. I mean, I disagree with it, but I won't argue. But dun lang ako nagtaka. Senator Lacson may sinabi pang mabigat, yung iba, wala man lang nagsalita. Si Senator Win, gusto maging Senate President. That would have been his chance. Umakyat, minority, majority, at sabihin, Sen, hindi issue si Jinggoy. How you respect the Senate premises and how you will process his arrest is more important to all of us. That's why I was emphasizing, marami akong pwedeng gamitin na example. Bakit ko ginamit yung sa the great statesman and the great Senate President Salonga? Because Senate President Salonga was put in jail. He was injured in Plaza Miranda. Senate President, former Senate President Enrile, he wasn't Senate President yet then, was Minister of National Defense. He issued some of the arrest orders. And despite na halos kahit anong gawin ni President Cory noon at kahit anong sabihin kasi talagang sa tao sobra yung pagmamahal, ano sinabi ni Senate President Salonga? Not here. Tapusin niyo yung sesyon. Pasalitain niyo muna. Sabi nila, hindi kasi pagka below 6 years pwedeng huluan. Yung kung kinasok kay Senator Enrile na rebellion complex with murder was non-bailable. Diba? So yun po ang pakiusap ko. Huwag natin idamay yung mga institusyon, diba? DOJ, Ombudsman. We'll have issues with who holds the office. But we have to be mature enough, rational enough, professional enough to protect the image, to protect the dignity of these institutions. So sabi ni Senator Lacson, ng minority, hindi daw nila pinipigilan po yung hearing sa Thursday. But if you look at their statements, isa na lang makuha nila o mabawas sa amin, they can get the committees na. Now, whether sila nagsabi niya o yung unofficial spokesperson. I received a letter today from Senator Lacson, belated happy birthday. Sabi niya, I greet him every year kasi ka-birthday niya ang mom ko at ka-birthday niya then si dating governor at ngayon vice governor Singson ng Ilocos Sur. So magkaka-birthday yung tatlo kaya natatandaan ko pareho. So kahit na magkaiba kami ng opinion, binabati ko yung parate. So sabi po ni Senator Lacson, this refers to the notice of the 9th hearing of the committee, of the Blue Ribbon Committee. But the last paragraph, second to last, I raise this matter as it is determinative of how the committee can legally constitute a quorum, entertain motions, or validly ask questions during the scheduled hearing, among other concerns. So tinatanong niya kasi kung constituted na dahil wala pang mga membro yung minority. Paulit-ulit po kami sa Section 19 ng rules. Nakita niyo na po yan, nabasa na ng marami, napag-usapan na yan, na habang wala pang kapalit, sila pa rin. Pangalawa po, ang majority, madalas magbasa ng maglagay at basahin po ang chairman, vice chairman, members. Until our last session, ni isa na committee hindi naglagay yung minority. Hindi ko alam kung talagang ginagawa lang sadya or talagang naniniwala sila. Kasi sabi nila, isang araw lang daw ako, isang linggo lang. Ako, I agree with them. I don't agree na isang araw lang, but I don't know. From the start, I told everyone, I leave it up to God. I'm at your disposal. Magpakita yung 13, alis ako dyan. Di ba? It's a walk of faith. Walking dead nga eh. Bakit? Kasi from the start, target, ibalik sa kanila yung 13. Whether it's Win Gatchalian, whether it's Tito Soto, kung sino man sa mga kagalang-galang na senador sa minority, kung may katanggap-tanggap sa kanila sa amin 13 o wala, nasa sa kanila yan. Di ba? But ang point ko is, kayo ang hindi nagbasa ng membro nyo. Then sasabihin nyo, ba't hindi nagtatrabaho? O, tapos pag mag-schedule ng hearings, meron naman eh. Nag-hearing na yung mga BICAM ngayon, nag-hearing. Yung Ways and Means, nag-hearing. O, hindi naman kayo nagtanong eh, kung bakit walang minority. Bakit sa Blue Ribbon, marami kayong tanong. Di ba? So, ang importante dito, lumabas yung totoo. Kaya nga inimbita na lahat ng membro ng minority, lahat kayo welcome. Napaka-importanting hearing ito. Sana hindi isang hearing lang. Napakaraming ibang issue. We have to tackle it one by one. Yung po sinabi nila tungkol sa hospital bill, no? Senator Subiri, na kaibigan ko, na madalas, even after the walkout, bumaba siya, sabi niya, walang personalan, we're all okay. So I won't take it personally, but if you remember, Senator Subiri, that has been on our agenda, I think, for at least last week, but I think more than that. And ilang beses, pag nagre-recess tayo, bumababa ako at tinatanong ko kay Senator Soto, kay Senator Risa, kay Senator Lacson, pwede na ba i-take up to? Minsan okay, minsan bukas na yan. So, kayo naman ang nag-walk out nung last Tuesday. Willing naman kami na i-take up yan. Lahat sa side namin, we're ready. So, wag niyong bintang one-sided. You're talking about the generals. I feel bad for them. I'm looking for a solution. But remember, kayo nagsabing huwag mo nang basahin kasi hindi pa kumpleto yung CA because nga 6.5, 5.5 of the 12 members, hindi tayo magkasundo kung 6 or hindi tayo magkasundo kung 6, 6 or 7, 5 muna kasi question, sino maghahati, di ba? Kung ako lang masusunod, sa first day pa lang, name ko na lahat ng CA. So, dun sa mga nagiging casualty ng hindi pagkakaintindihan ng majority-minority, let's be man enough to say, we're all at fault here. The whole Senate is at fault here, the minority to majority. Pero yung inyong messaging, drama, na playbook, na kaya walang trabaho, kaya magulo, ginugulo nyo kami. Ginagamit nyo Malacanang para guluhin kami, at tapos sasabihin nyo magulo ang Senado. Sino ba nagpadala ng NBI dyan na naka-full battle gear, di ba, na may mga gamit na gano'n? So guys, I'll continue to give you, I'm addressing myself to the Filipino people who are watching now, I'll continue to give you the inside story. Tayo na, and I invite the other side to give the inside stories, the context, di ba? That is important in how we make decisions. So tanungin ko po kayo, gusto niyo po mag-session tayo, pero gagamitin po nila yung numbers dahil po dun sa hindi makapasok si Senator Bato at dahil kinulong nila si Senator Jinggoy, tapos tinatakot yung iba namin mga kasama na susunod na kayo, tapos hihintayin kung may event or hindi pwedeng isa namin kasama or nag-CR lang, tapos papalitan nila yung mga miyembro ng committee. So hindi matutuloy yung Blue Ribbon Committee sa Thursday. So if may agam-agam, why don't we have a meeting tomorrow about how the Blue Ribbon Committee should proceed on Wednesday? You know, I've talked many times to Senator, on Thursday, tomorrow meeting for Thursday, I've talked to Senator Marcoleta many times. He's a very reasonable person. He's intelligent, he studies, he deep kasi ang paniniwala at paninindigan niya. Sometimes ganun din si Senator Lacson, no? Kaya ako sinasabing sometimes kasi sometimes one-sided eh. Hindi makikinig sa reason, pagpipilitan kahit mali, tama pa rin, di ba? So it's up to you whether your messaging is simply pumasok kayo, duwag kayo, and resign, or whether you want to talk about the economy, inflation, yung presyo ng bigas, paano yung mga OFW na mawawalan ng trabaho. Kami, we're coming up with a schedule. Sa lahat ng committees, welcome kayo. And siguro aminin nyo naman, most of the work is done in the committees. Pati LEDAC nga eh. Pati LEDAC, handa na kami pumunta, pinakancel. Tumawag pa sa akin yung nag-organize na kami ba yung dahilan. Sabi ko, hindi sir, ready kami anytime. I think twice ko na parating sa Malacanang, we're ready for the LEDAC anytime. Ang problema, naglalabi nga yung labing isa, yung minority, na huwag kumilos ang Malacanang na any kind of recognition. Ang masama, wrong information pa binibigay. So kung may nakikinig sa Malacanang, we're not your enemies. Many people, may it be in the cabinet or may it be in the 11 minority, ay nangu-onse giving you, they want us to fight because sila ang may beef sa amin. Kami, we want the truth. We want to work together to address inflation, address poverty, address corruption, address accountability. So again po, ito po ang inyong lingkod, si Alan Cayetano na nagpapaliwanag, nagbibigay ng konting liwanag sa mga pangyayari. Be patient po. Be patient because these are existential issues for our nation. A nation divided will fall, but a nation na mas malaki pa yung ninanakaw kaso sa ginagamit sa tao will also not rise, di ba? So an independent Senate will be at your service. Pero ang Senate na hawak sa liig ng Malacanang at ang Senado na takipan, ang mangyayari po niyan mas maganda o singbigat lang po yung tahimik or quiet or silent na Senate. God bless you guys at salamat sa aking mga Senate media sa tanong niyo na mag-react dun sa ilang issues sa press con kanina ng 11 minority members. God bless you.